All right, ladies and gentlemen, so in today's video, we're going to be covering some of the drama between Daniel Vavra and Rev versus Desu because we have a couple of posts that we want to go over. And I also want to touch on the new Steam forum guidelines that are apparently happening because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, as you guys are aware, PlayOn, whoever was in charge of their community management team, has been going above and beyond to try to basically wokeify the damn Steam forums and pull off all this kind of nonsense that we usually see from insane community managers. And even though they're technically separated from the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 development team, at the end of the day, they still represent them, and whatever they do, unfortunately, is going to fall on them. Now, apparently, Deep Silver has updated the Steam forum guidelines. It has reversed the nonsense that PlayOn was doing before that got people pissed in the first place. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, it really is quite unfortunate, a lot of the drama that is surrounding Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think at this point, a lot of people are over it. I know I am, and I'm just waiting to see what the game is going to be like to review it for people on Hypnotic Live. But ultimately, I think that the conversation does have to happen, especially when you have the Steam forums changing up a 180, basically. It's completely different from when the last one was. They're pulling a 180 here, and then on top of that, too, we got some nonsense with Daniel Vavra and Rev says Desu. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So first, let's cover the Steam forum guidelines. So this says is from Deep Silver. So this one's coming from Deep Silver, not from PlayOn or anybody like that. It's actually Deep Silver, and it says Steam forum guidelines for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It says, over the past few days, we've listened to your feedback and updated our community guidelines to better reflect the kind of space that we all want this to be. We've made it clearer, simpler, and shorter to keep things fair, respectful, and focused. Thank you all for being part of this journey with us. So let's see what they say. So you got number one, respect others, which, I mean, I hate that they do something so simple and standard, but you know what? Sadly, in today's world, you kind of have to do that. It says treat everyone fairly. We're not trying to stifle free speech, but ad hom attacks, criticizing others for their choices, whether in-game or in conversation, has no place here. Stay on topic. Keep discussions focused on Kingdom Come Deliverance. Fair. No spoilers without warning. Use spoiler tags or clearly label posts with details. No spam or self-promotion. Irrelevant posts or promotional content will be removed. Follow Steam's guidelines. These guidelines are in addition to Steam's community guidelines. Now, I find this interesting that they actually linked Steam's community guidelines because if you guys know, Steam's community guidelines has essentially the same damn nonsense that PlayOn's guidelines had, right? So at the end of the day, they're not technically really removing this. They're just trying to seemingly save face. That's really how it looks. But I understand why they're doing this, and I get it. They're trying to say that they're not trying to stifle free speech, and it's probably a good thing to say that right now, especially considering the climate that we're in right now. But still, linking Steam's community guidelines is basically just the same thing that PlayOn had. It's just now instead of you taking the blame, you're passing the blame over to Steam if anything were to happen or any ban were to happen for, you know, ridiculous reasons. But anyway, so they changed their Steam forum rules, which whatever. I don't know if people are happy or angry about that. I think it's pretty much up in the air at this point. But now we have a post from Daniel Vavra, and it says, it's nice to hear a voice of reason and common sense. I hear you, man. Thank you. And tags Mr. Hardcore Mode, and also tags Rev says Desu. Now, I was unaware. I don't know who Mr. Hardcore Mode is. He follows me. Shout out to you. I have no idea who you are. I apologize. But he tags both of them and showcases this video. Now, Rev decides to respond, which, again, was interesting. And Rev says, once again, this is so incredibly disappointing since I went out of my way to defend you in your game. You publicly attacked me without watching my video where I stood up for you. But now you're using a different video to once again flame me publicly. I have no issue with the Musa character. I have no issues with the Henry Gay arc. Why are you attacking me for calling out your silence about your parent company's code of conduct? You lost me as a customer, despite me looking forward to supporting you. Hugely disappointed, man. Now, I know a lot of people, some people are not liking the way Rev is handling this, and other people are agreeing with the way Rev is handling this. And I think at this point, now, everybody's so fucking sensitive over this conversation and over this subject that almost anything is being deemed as an attack or coming after you or whatever the case may be. It's definitely blown out of proportion. situation. We even have Atreus here says, I don't understand what you are disappointed about. He clearly acknowledged that he was wrong for not watching the video and going based off the title. So what are you doing? Let's see what people responded to. Engagement farming, it seems. Milk it. So everybody thinks that Rev is essentially milking the situation. Whether that's true or not, I'll leave that up to you to decide. But again, you have someone, Lilith Lover says, so as someone has played the original game for years and loves Henry, is Henry canonically straight because it's a role-playing game? We can choose to be bi or gay. If that's the case, that's fine. I just find it weird that Henry is bi now all of a sudden, despite Kingdom Come 1. Daniel says, it is a moment in the story. It's something that happens between two people because they experience something strong together. And there is a choice how to react at that moment, and that choice is yours. That is it. So apparently it seems that Henry is going to get all of his fee-fees with another man, and that's going to somehow lead to him sucking his cock. I really don't. I just, okay, like, whatever, sure. It just all seems like a massive excuse to try to inject some level of gayness into the game, especially when it comes to the main character. Like, people understand Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 had gay NPCs, nothing wrong with that, perfectly fine. But now this character that was somehow, you know, he was obviously straight before. It's not like Daniel Vavra even denied it, right? Daniel Vavra didn't even deny that Henry was straight in the first game. Now he's just saying that it's a moment in the story and things happen. It's like, what? Things don't just happen. You don't just suck a dick because things happen. Like, what is that? That's insane to me. But anyway, so I just find all of this to be extremely ridiculous at this point. And I am in the camp of now we're just waiting for the release of the game. We are not far off from the game being released. And whether the game was actually super woke, not woke, middle woke, whatever word you want to use, it doesn't matter, man. I play these games, I review them so that everybody can see and have true transparency over what the game provides. And I'll let you guys decide whether or not you want to purchase the game. I'm not even done playing RoboCop. I just got done playing Indiana Jones. We were all pleasantly surprised for the most part. I'm playing RoboCop right now, loving that game. Can't wait to review that on Steam. And then we're going to end up probably going into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 right after RoboCop, depending how long it takes for me to finish RoboCop and if I can squeeze in the game in between. So we'll see what ends up happening, ladies and gentlemen. But again, Rev, I don't know if this is a battle that you want to continue at this point, my brother, because I think that Daniel Vavra has made his stance very clear. I think you've made your stance very clear. And at this point, if you truly are not going to buy the game, then I guess it's time to just move on at that point. You know, you're not gonna change Daniel Vavra's mind. That's what I want to say. Like, Daniel Vavra very clearly is going to be someone who's going to stick by whatever he says, which is a good thing. But sometimes that can lead to some hypocrisy, and I think that's what we're experiencing here. They got a lot of people pissed with the whole straight, gay, with Henry and whatnot. Henry is the focal point of the conversation. I don't think anybody's really complaining, aside from the Puritans, the Gooner Gators. I don't really think that anybody's complaining about the gay NPCs in the game that were always there since day one. I don't think anybody's complaining about that. I think the main focus is Henry, and that's where most of the conversation is at. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.